Welcome back, folks. If you saw the last video, I said we'd be doing the more tender plants this year, and we're starting off with the tomatoes. Only doing 4 varieties, and the first one we've done is the usual our favourite, Crimson Crush. That'll be going out onto the allotment beds. Does a really well cropping out there. So we did have blight on the site last year, and that held up really well. Next up is another one called Nigel. Now that's very similar, or it's actually the same plant under a different name as Crimson Plum, but you'll find that buying this one, it's actually cheaper to purchase, and it's exactly the same plant. Onto the smaller one, the little cherry types. These will be going in the greenhouse on the allotment, and I might pop 1 or 2 outside if I've got any spare. And these are Sweet Million, say a little cherry type. And continuing on with the cherry type, I've got another one called Sweet Aperitif. I've actually sown them all predominantly in these 7cm pots here, but because I'm sowing so many of the Crimson Crush, I've done these in a quarter seed tray, and there's a total of 15 in there. So what I'm going to do now is just top these up with a bit of vermiculite, and then I'm going to put them in this small VITOPOD. I've had a little change around regarding the VITOPODs. I've shuffled some round into the bigger ones, and I'm going to boost this up to 18 degrees purely for the germination of these, and also I'll be doing the cucumbers a bit later on. Tomatoes are sown, and now I'm on to the cucumbers. I've just sown these in a 7cm pot. I only grow one variety for the past 3 or 4 years, and that's the small little bite-sized one called Mini Munch. Quite a heavy cropper and reliable. You don't get many seeds in there. I've got 5 in this packet. Now cucumber seeds are flat, and there's some thought that you should plant them on the side, because if they do get held in water for a long while they can rot. I've sown them both ways, sideways and flat, and the germination's been equally as good, so it's up to you to make your mind up. So that's these sown now, and again, like the tomatoes, I'll just pop a bit of vermiculite on the top. I'll just bring you up to speed what we've sown. So there's the Crimson Crush. Next door is the tomato Sweet Million. Then we got the Nigel, Sweet Aperitif, and next door to that is a courgette. I thought I'd better put 1 or 2 of those in, and right on the very end is a cucumber Mini Munch. So those will be going into the small VITOPOD propagator set at 18. It's warming up a bit out there. I've had to take my jumper off. I've got my flowers that I'm going to start. These are, I don't think they're going to be all of them. I'll probably have some more. I need to really have a sort out through my seed boxes. First of all, I've got some Zinnia. These notice are Wilco's, but I think they're still in date. That's one called Early Wonder Mix. Then I've got an African Marigold. That's Crackerjack mixed. I've grown those before. Nice big flowers on them. Then I've got an Echinacea. This one's called White Swan. Never grown this variety at all, but I've grown Echinaceas in the past. Then I've got a sunflower here called Cut Mix. I think these only go stocky, but they're nice to cut, and they do last quite a while if you take them indoors. I've also got my own save seed from me when I used to grow the big giant head sunflowers. I've still got some seeds for those, so I'm going to pop a few of them in. I don't know how viable they will, but I'll give them a try anyway. Next up I've got some dahlia. This one's called the Bishop's Children. The very first dahlia I had was one called the Bishop of Llandaff, which is a nice big red one, and these are different offsets of that. And last but not least is this a brand new one on me. It's a dahlia called Pinata Black Forest Ruby. Now I'll pick this up from King Seeds, so if you want to have a look, I'll try and put a picture up. It's a beautiful plant, well worth a try. Right, like all the others, I'm going to start these off in probably 7cm pots, maybe in quarter cell trays, I don't know, but I'll do all the sowing exactly the same it is. Firm compost, water it, bit of vermiculite on the top. I'll bring you back and show you what I've done when I've finished. Hello folks, and welcome back. Can you believe it? We're into April already. Where has the time gone? It's racing along at a rapid rate. A bit too quick for my liking. Last week I was fortunate to be able to get away. Had some nice sunny days over in Cyprus. But coming back, there's been a few fatalities with the plants. Apparently we had some good weather while I was away, and they've succumbed to it. I'll just spin you around and show you what's happened. Starting off in the little VITOPOD, we've had some really good germination. So I can't believe how quickly some of this has germinated. The celery just went wild. In fact, that had dried out. It was flat and horizontal. I've given it a soak for about 2 or 3 hours, and that seems to have picked up, so hopefully we have saved it. The main casualty seems to be, I'll just spin you around here, these are the Brassicas, and they've gone really leggy. Now I know you can plant these deep and all that, but looking how thin the stems and the leaves are, I think I'm going to cut my losses and just resow them. They have grown really fast. Before I start resowing the Brassicas, I was looking at the celery, and these have grown a lot faster than I thought it was. If you remember from a couple of videos back, I did sow these 2 different ways. One the traditional way on the surface, and the other one I actually put in the fridge to keep chill the seeds for 24 hours. And looking at them, there are a lot of difference. I would say the chill in the seeds has actually give slighter, better germination, but nonetheless. However, so the big thing for me is how fast these have grown. I'll just put them up close to the camera and have a look. So what I want to do now is pop these on. 2 varieties here, the Celery Blush and Celery Latham Self-Blanching. I'm going to do 2 trays, 24 6x4s in these hard plastic trays. And I'm just say I'll do a tray of each, then put them into the cool greenhouse on the allotment. I still haven't got round to starting resowing the Brassicas yet, but I was looking at these Calabrese. Now I put these just in the open environment of the greenhouse and not on the heated propagator. Consequently, they've germinated and they're not too bad. So I'm going to pop these on now. And then what I'm going to do is put them in these container-wise cell trays. These are 7 for 28 cells, but they're the deep roots, which Brassicas like. So once these go into here, they'll probably stay in here until they go out onto the allotment. Let's get going. That's the Brassicas planted. As you can see, I've gone fairly deep with them, just above the leaves, and they'll be fine like that. The good thing with Brassicas is that you can plant them a lot deeper than they are, and they cope with it fine. I have got the odd one left over, and I couldn't bear to throw it away, so I've just put that in a little 7cm pot. And that frees up then a nice set of cells ready for the other Brassicas as and when they're ready to be pricked out. Continuing with the pricking out, I've been doing some cucumbers here. I don't know if you'll see or how well you'll see this. The sun's quite harsh today. Them are in 7cm pots, 5 of them in total. Variety is Mini Munch, and that's in Clover multi-purpose compost, and I've added some bloodfish and bone. With the daylight continually extending now, there's less and less need for the grow lights and the grow tent in there. So what I'm going to do, I've actually started, is decommission the tent, take it down, and to that I've had to take the VITOPOD or most of it. You can see the stacks, I've stacked them all together, got 4 levels high there. All I've got to now is get the tray out, and it's a bit of a contortion job here to get this cover off very, very tight. So I'm not going to try and film it because there's hardly any room for me when I'm doing that. Anyway, I'll bring you back when I've got the VITOPOD back up and running. And there we have it done, the twins are back. What I'll be doing now is knocking the temperature of both of these down to around about 10 degrees. And I'll be, as I pop the plants on, I'll be putting them in here. During the day I'll be removing these lids, so it's just the ambient temperature of the greenhouse, and pop these on at night. And say if it does drop below 10, the bottom heat will kick in, but hopefully we shouldn't need it anymore. Well, that's the celery pricked out. So they look a bit bedraggled at the moment, but I've given them a really good soaking, which is what they like. And I've brought them into the allotment greenhouse, which is totally unheated. These are along with some of the onions, as you can see, them are all bent and bent over, whatever. These will pick up with a few days. These was like it originally at the front, and so they have picked up as the days go on. Along the front there are the shallots, and very, very soon they'll be having to go out because I don't want to get them red brown like they did last year. Anyway, this is the allotment greenhouse. I'm going to be using this as a temporary cold frame. I'm going to prick a few lettuce out now. As you can see, there's a bit of a variation in the success of the germination here. These are the 2 oak leaf, the Navarra and Small, and they've done really well. However, down there I've got a little gem, and also Webb's Wonderful. That one's just about starting to show, but there's very little going on there. Now I know lettuce like a cool temperature to germinate, so I don't know whether these have got cooked last week or what. I'll leave these two for another few days, and if not I'll do another sowing. In the meantime, I'm going to get these put into these small cell trays. So this is the lettuce pricked out now. These will be going into the cold greenhouse, the one on the allotment, and so the biggest threat of these now is attacked by slugs, so we'll check them on a regular basis, and the first sign I'll be putting a few pellets down. Regarding the other lettuce which have failed to germinate or very slow, I'll be re-sowing them probably about another 2 weeks time, and that'll slot in with my continuous sowing program. I've sown a few more flowers than I usually do. That's in order to try and get a bit more extra colour onto the allotment. And as you can see now, these are starting to get to a size where they need pricking out. This one's a Zinnia called Early Wonder, and I'm going to be pricking them out into these 12 cell half trays. I'll probably get 2 trays worth out of that. Then I've got a few other things to come out, including dahlias and stuff like that. Anyway, I'll be pricking these out and I'll show you what I've done a bit later. Now we have these Zinnias pricked out. I probably could have done a little bit deeper, but I think that'll be okay there in the propagator. And continuing with the pricking out, I'm now looking at these African Marigolds, the crackerjack. And again, these will be going into the 12 cell half trays. And I'm not sure I might be able to get 4 lots out of that. We'll see. I mentioned earlier on that the Brassicas had gone a bit leggy, and I was going to resow them. So in an effort to do a bit of damage limitation, I've actually planted them deeper, and these are in these CONTAINERWISE, and they're the 28 deep root cells, and they've, as you can see from what there was in that cell tray there, they've done pretty well. Hopefully they'll pick up. So this is not an advert for CONTAINERWISE. I've purchased these myself. They're not cheap, but in this case they've been a saver for me. Hard plastic, big hole in the bottom to get them out, and apart from treading them or dropping them from a great height, I think they should see me out. Right, I'm just going to start now sowing the few Brassicas that didn't make the cut when I potted them one. Many thanks for watching on this one, and I hope to catch you soon. See you later. Bye for now.